Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this afternoon? I'm pretty good. I'm feeling good. I'm still draining a bit, but I'm much better than I was. I'm still in Little Rock on the Maverick campus. I'll be leaving here in a few minutes. As you know, I came in yesterday to get some things worked. I fixed on the truck. They weren't able to fix the windshields, but they're not that critical. It's not like I'm getting flooded out of here every time it rains. But they were able to fix the Park Smart APU and the air conditioner in the bunk. Basically, when I got in, after I uploaded my video and all that, they decided they were going to work on it last night instead of trying to wait till the morning. And so they sent me over, and I stayed at the Galloway Inn last night. And so I had a nice hot shower last night, nice hot shower this morning, and I slept pretty good, except for I forgot my pillow. I had to use the hotel pillow. I don't like those. Then I got up this morning, and they called me just before I ate and said they hadn't had a chance to work on the truck yet. They were just getting it into the shop. So I had to go ahead and check out, come back over here and hang out and wait. So just as I got here, they had put the truck in the shop and were getting into it to do whatever they needed to do. They literally had to take all the cabinetry out and dismantle my bunk to be able to get to the EPU unit. Took all my crap out, refrigerator, everything, passenger seat, put it all on the ground outside. So while I was on the ground, I grabbed all my laundry, started my laundry, and I had a lot. It took like 3 hours to do all of my laundry. Wash and dry and fold and everything. And about the time I got the laundry done, I got a notice that they repowered my load that was supposed to deliver it to Tulsa. And that's okay. They gave me the guy's information. He finally showed up, and when he showed up, I gave him the trailer and the paperwork, and then he showed me, he gave me the equipment that was on the trailer that I was giving him, a bunch of binders and chains and stuff. And just as we finished swapping, they fixed the truck. They said they can't tell me it was done. Apparently the primary controller for the EPU was short-circuiting and had disconnected the bunk AC unit to prevent fires or something like that. And the control unit itself, once it started, would sense the fault, and after 5 or 10 minutes it shut itself off to prevent further damage. So they replaced it, the controller, recharged the AC system in the truck, and put it all back together. I got it back about 1 o'clock Central Time. And it's a little after 3 now. They didn't have nothing for me, so I ended up going to Walmart and buying a bunch of stuff that I needed: a microwave, a bunch of groceries, more drinks, Gatorade, things like that. So it wasn't a total waste of a day. But now I'm not going home though. I got to go to Pine Bluff, Arkansas, pick up a load of lumber, and take that to Illinois. I think Mitchell, Illinois. I'm not sure where it is, but it's about 400 miles. So, what's going to happen, and this is what's going to suck, is I'm going to go down there and load this thing, then I'm going to come back to Little Rock. I'm going to camp out here and then drive up to Illinois. I was thinking about going ahead and getting a reset, but I'm not going to have the time. So I'm going to be rolling my hours this coming week. My boss, or my fleet manager, I really should say, has put in a request for me to get home on Thursday for personal time since I've been out 3 weeks. And I learned today, I should say, that I should get used to being out 3 weeks. Unless I get lucky. At least until summer's over. Because there's too many Texas drivers. I don't like it. But there's nothing I can do about it. Because I promised myself I would give Maverick a year. Maybe he'll get better. But I did confirm that even if I don't drive 350 miles, I get paid for 350 miles. It was on my check, and my FM just confirmed it to my face. So I got my pre-trip done. I'm getting ready to drive off. Load is supposed to pick up at 4. I'm going to be late, but that's not my fault. They just sent me the load. So I will talk to y'all after a while. Good afternoon, YouTube. How are you this evening? It's about 5:30 p.m. I am here in Pine Bluff, Arkansas at Hoover Treated Woods, waiting my turn to get loaded. I got here at 4:30, and there were 2 other Mavericks here and another company. The other company was getting loaded, and us 3 Mavericks were waiting. I'm last in line. Apparently, us being late was not Maverick's fault. It was the fault of the shipper themselves. They didn't book the loads till like 2:30 or something like that. So I'm just sitting here waiting to get my stuff on to go to Marshall, Illinois. It's up by St. Louis. I've decided, like I said, I'm going to go back to Little Rock after I get done here. And I looked at my hours and everything, how long it's going to take me to get there. I'm going to go ahead and take a reset there in Little Rock. That way I got facilities and things. I'll have showers, and I'll be able to go out and eat using the company car, things like that, instead of just sitting in the truck stop somewhere. I had a conversation with my fleet manager before I left. He put in for me to have some extra time off because this will be the 3rd week I'm out. So hopefully I will be able to go home on Wednesday or on Thursday. Be home one of those days and then be off until Monday. It'll cut into my check, but it'll be good for me. I can have some home time. Just got to get some home time. And I just got off the phone with my wife and explained to her that being out 2 or 3 weeks is going to be the norm because there's so many guys that live in Texas, and there's so few loads that go there. I think he said there's like 56 guys on his board that live in Texas, and they only have about 40 loads a week going in there over the weekend with Monday deliveries. So we will have to see what happens. I still think Rick's load would have been perfect for me, but then again, I wouldn't have got the truck fixed. And the truck fix was paramount. So, gonna get this lumber on, and hopefully here in the next hour. I've already been here an hour, and find out what happens after that. Good evening, YouTube. How are you this evening? It's late. It's about 9:20 Central Time, and I am back on the yard in Little Rock. Parked the truck, did my post trip, and plugged the truck into shore power, since I'm going to be here a little while. 34 hours. To be pretty much exact, I got down there, and of course, and got loaded. Ended up waiting a little over an hour or so for them to get to me. Actually take that back. It was almost 2 hours. And once he got to me, pulled around to where he was doing it, and we talked a little bit about how the load was going to go, and where he's going to put stuff, because it's definitely an uneven load. It is pressure treated. It's a mixture, actually. It's a mixture of pressure treated and fire retardant 2x4s and plywood. It's an interesting mix. It's definitely not square, and it's not even, but it's big. So once he finished getting it loaded, while he was loading, I was actually able to start prepping and throwing straps. I couldn't hook anything down until he got one section. He did it really weird. Most places they do wall one level and then they put another level on top. he did section by section and went down the trailer, so I kind of follow him, stay out of his way. It took me about, well, if you compress the time down, it took me about 35 minutes to get the load strapped. And it's using 10 straps. Excuse me. Got a little gas. And then he put the tarps up on top with his forklift. And I got him, and then pulled off to the side once I got everything ratcheted down and started tarping. This trailer's not one that I've had. I got it from the guy that took my pipe load, and his lumber tarps were not folded correctly. They were, I'm not sure how they were folded, but they were hideous. Ended up having to completely unfold them and then manhandle them one at a time, the back one, so it was straight, and then the front one, so it all lined up as well as it could with the type of load it was. That took about 30 minutes just to get the tarps positioned, and then it took about another 45 minutes to an hour to bungee it all down. And I put some pictures of it on Facebook. It's kind of dark because it was dark when I finished. It was almost dark anyway, and it looks good. It's pretty. I mean, it's really, really pretty. You know, it's about as good as it's going to get with the type of load it is, the way it's loaded. Because the bottom tier has got 9 pallets. It's got 2 in the front and then 1 in the middle, and then 2 side by side 4 more times for 9. And then he put a single row, 3 along the top in a single line, and then 4 side by side, 2 and 2. So the back, it's really weird shape. It looks like some kind of constructor set, but I got it done. It looks good. It's a good top job. So all in all, it took me about, I think, about 2 hours and 15 minutes with the securing and the struggling with the tarps because they weren't folded right. They were folded in half over and over and over, and they don't get folded like that. They get laid out flat and then folded in half this way each time, 3 times, and they weren't that way, because when I ended up unfolding it, it was a mess, both of them. So, and one of them was backwards. The flap that's supposed to fall over the end was rolled in as opposed to being on the end where it's the first thing exposed. So that was a mess. Then after I did that, I got my bills from him before I finished tarping. And then I took off, stopped at the Pilot here in Little Rock, scaled the truck. Thing's pretty heavy. It's about 79,000 pounds after I added fuel. And then pulled around. I bought fuel and DEF for the truck because I was getting pretty low. I think I only had about 1/8 of a tank. So I think I logged off at 9:20. So I can leave at 7:20 in the morning on Sunday. And it's about an 8-hour drive with stops. I'll probably take longer. And I'm supposed to be able to overnight at the receiver. I'll look it up tomorrow on the internet and see. Get a sky view of this place. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's a lumber yard or home improvement store or active project or whatever. I don't know, but I'll figure it out. And if I can actually overnight on that property, I will. It's in the outskirts suburbs of St. Louis on the Illinois side. So I'm not really sure where I can sleep. Just don't know. We'll have to see. So with that, that's it. I won't do a vlog tomorrow since I'm resetting, and we won't have anything to talk about. And I'll give you a chance to finish reorganizing my truck, get my microwave in, make sure everything works, make sure the shore power thing works. I've had trucks with shore power, it didn't work. And generally have a lazy day, watch some Netflix. Since I'm on the yard here, we got really good Wi-Fi. So with that, if you have any questions or comments, please post them below. Email me. Send me a conversation message on TTR. And you guys have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you on Sunday. So keep shining side up, 73s. Good night.